Hello and welcome to the channel, YouTube world. This is not an actual review or a comparison with technical information. This is just a straight up in your face. I am speaking into a Shure SM7B and I am going to show you the difference between it and the Shure 55SH that I recently financed from Long & McQuaid's, and this one I rented for a week with the option of me being able to buy it. So with that said, you've already heard me speak for about 30 seconds. Let's get right into what it sounds like with the same settings when I speak into this microphone right here. Well, we'll do the two-finger rule. Now I'm about 2 fingers away from the microphone right here. This is a microphone sound test, and it's also the test the sibilance as well, which is really damn amazing on the 7SB there. So again, from over here, about 4 fingers away right now. Now I'm at a 2-finger distance, and now I'm just like right up on it like I would be if I was talking into the Shure SM7B. So that right there was the test. You're hearing it. It's as simple as that. So you can make the difference as to whether or not you think this sounds a bit warmer, richer. I think it does. I'm enjoying this microphone more, even though it looks like a butt plug, and this thing looks like a Cadillac grill. This is $265 Canadian. This is $580 Canadian. Absolutely ridiculous. So we're looking at like $630 with tax, and this is $300. So this is just a little bit over double the price of this. And yeah, it's ridiculous. But unfortunately, I'm really enjoying this microphone. How it sounds. This one, I'm having a harder time with it. Some of the subtle differences I guess I could share with you that aren't too technical is that this has an on and off switch. Some people say that can create noise in your chain. I didn't notice it. I'm running the microphone through a Focusrite Scarlett Solo, the very cheap base model, and it works for me. This one here, you know, like it turns 360 degrees and then up and down. So it's just better in that regards. The way it was designed underneath here, those 2 holes, they're so close together. What ends up happening is when you put your XLR cable, see the patch cord behind it, the XLR cable, you could just barely see it at the end. It's like a guitar patch cord. Well, that part's thin, but look at how thick this plug is. Okay? So when that goes in there, and then you're trying to put that on a mount like this, I had to have it like on a weird angle, because they couldn't have just built this like angle just out, like even if they brought the top part where my finger is just like out 1/4 of an inch and then just gave it a little wee bit more arch, that would have made a huge difference. But it can, you know, tilt back like that, so it's like a pipe. No, I don't know, the Shure pipe. I'm trying to be funny here. And then it can bend forward. It's got a built-in shock mount. It's got a built-in pop filter. It's moderate at best. This one comes with a bigger bubble butt looking pop filter. It muffles your voice a bit more, but it does better at, you know, blocking the explosive sounds. And you've got a couple of switches at the back of this microphone for a flat response or a bit more presence, or you can roll off the bass. There's just 2 switches. You can have them both down. You can, you know, have them both up, or, excuse me, like this or like that. And as you can see, the XLR going in, well, just look how much of a big, massive gap I've got here. I can pretty much slide my, oh, there, I can slide my pinky in. So it'll work with any stand. Like I said, this one, not so much. So it's restrictive. So I had to buy a 3-inch little dildo thing, and like about out to here. So that will eventually work better for this. But I'm probably not going to keep this, even though this is like double the price, like I said. This is essentially the same microphone that Michael Jackson sung into for Thriller. I saw Bon Jovi last week do a concert at home. He's using this. Singer Mark Martel, who sounds a lot like Freddie Mercury, he sings into this. That dingleberry shit stain that I could care for with like that much caring. That made no sense. I'm half asleep. He uses this microphone. Rich from Review Tech USA uses this microphone. There's just so many people that use this microphone over the course of time, and I can see why. I mean, it's not because it's pretty, but, and I know what you're thinking. Are you worried about how it looks? It's not that I'm worried about how it looks, but it kind of helps when it looks good. This is less than half the price. Look at how shiny and blingy and chromy that is. Oh my sweet heavens. If I could put some like stickers on, well, you wouldn't even see it anyways, but put some stickers, or I don't know. I like flashy stuff. And this did it for me. And it sounds good. I mean, I came from a blue snowball, and this was a huge jump, but after 4 days and about 15 hours of EQing, and still feeling like I really had to watch the angle and how far or close I was away from the mic, it was bothering me because one day I could be here and here, okay? And it was making a difference. It was hard for me to remember where this microphone was. Now, don't get me wrong. If I talk back here, well, you can see how big of a difference that makes. But when I bring the microphone stand and I get smacked right off my chin, I know that I'm there. Get it? So the placement, the mic placement's always going to be the same. With this one, I had to visually look on camera. Okay, am I right here? Because every inch, and she said the same thing, it makes a difference. I'm being serious. You will notice a difference. So you may have 3 or 4 audio clips and they don't all quite sound the same because you didn't quite have the exact same placement. You could reinsure that by just having your nose, your Pinocchio nose, touching the top, but then you're just too close to it. Whereas with this one, you're not too close to it, even when you're eating it like it's a peanut butter parfait from Dairy Queen, because the actual thing, the mic thing, whatever the thing inside is called, the cylinder thingy, it's like a third of the way down. So it starts like right around here. So you're already giving yourself a 2-inch gap. So even if you're making out with it and you're like, how you doing? Okay? You're actually not talking right into the mic. Does that make sense? Whereas this one, if you're like, how are you doing? I mean, you're right in there. You're like, I mean, I could see it in the light. I could see through the pop filter. You can't, but I can. I could see the microphone. It's right from here to here. Okay? Like that. That is how close the grill is to the actual mic. So you have to give yourself, it would help if you could see what I'm doing, 2 to 3 fingers space. So every time you talk, you do the 3. Jesus. It just seems complicated. And unfortunately, the looks of a mic shouldn't be top priority. And unfortunately for me, it kind of is, because I'm just OCD like that. I don't find this mic attractive whatsoever, but I just absolutely love the sound of it. So anyhow, let me know down below in the comment section what you think, because this is my YouTube channel, but I can't just think about me. I have to think about the viewers that are watching, that are listening to me. And that's really important. I don't have a nice sounding voice. I don't have a Howard Stern radio voice. So I'm trying to compensate by getting the best piece of equipment I possibly can to make the very little, voice that I have sound the best. Reducing sibilants, which are the hisses and stuff like that when you speak, and the popping from saying explosive words like Peter Piper popped his pepper playing pocket pool or whatever. Don't ask me what that was. If I did that with that, his pepper would have blown a lot sooner. So that's kind of no good, but it looks good. I'm just being honest with you. So that is why I rented this. That is why I'm stressing out, because I'm doing this for you. Me personally, I am okay with just using this. but I don't think other people might be as tolerant in the long term. But then again, I used a blue snowball to start my illustrious YouTube career. I've uploaded over 1,200 videos with that $30 bowling ball looking thing. And I mean, it did me all right. Will this make a difference? I don't know. Let me know in the comment section down below what you think. If you remember what I sounded like in the beginning. If you think that this is just a little wee bit. And don't forget, I can change this. But just let me know if it sounds better, because I can always EQ out some stuff. It seems a little bit more responsive to that. This, like I said, I just couldn't get it right with the EQ. So if you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like the video, give it a thumbs down. Normally I'd break it off in your ass. Instead, you're just going to have this thing take over. You don't want that, believe me. And if you want to subscribe to the channel, I mean, naturally, that would be fantastic now, wouldn't it? But, if not, thanks for stopping by anyways. Take care, boys and girls, or whatever it is you identify as. And as always, hopefully I'll see at least some of you in the next video. Bye now.